Well, a rainy good evening from Mumbai. As we are indoors, I have removed my mask. Otherwise, wearing mask is a must. This is Dr. Ananth Vaidyanathan, live from Mega Classic Banquet Hall, Borivali. This show is live in many countries all around the world and is being viewed by more than 40,000 people. And here, this show is live on YouTube as well as on Facebook. And if you miss to watch it here, you can watch it in Facebook and YouTube anytime from the next 1 week. Also, this show is powered by Selavi, the elite club from Bandra. And this show is brought to you by Selavi. And this is our 13th episode. And today's chief guest for the evening, we have the executive chef, Mr. Nitin Manocha from Taj Amoji Hotel, Lukasa, Zambia. I would request now my manager, Dimple Madani, to give an intro to the chief guest of the evening. Over to you, Dimple.
Thank you, sir. Namaste and good evening to all our online viewers. Welcome to the 13th episode of the Hospitality Show, hosted by Dr. Ananth Vaidyanathan, CEO Touch of Class, in conversation with Chef Nitin Manocha. Chef Nitin Manocha has currently been serving as an executive chef at Taj Pamodzi Hotel at Lusaka in Zambia. Prior to this, he served as an executive sous chef at Taj Santa Cruz Hotel in Mumbai. A veteran in the culinary space, Chef Nitin has consistently set industry benchmarks in fine dining. He has completed various training programs in time management, team building, staff motivation, and customer service. He has also won many accolades and awards. Chef Nitin is known as self-driven, with key focus on 5 essential parameters: revenue, cost control, guest satisfaction, employee satisfaction, and management vision. As an avid gourmet, his forte is flavor fusions, food styling, and extensive research and development in food without boundaries. He has been blessed with global travel and training extensively under various Michelin staff chefs. During his tenure at the Taj Mahal Palace, works of legendary chef Anton Mosman and Mark Giorgiori inspired him most. His most memorable event was representing India and earning the participation diploma at the Culinary Olympics IKA Germany 2008. Chef Nitin has received many accolades and awards. That includes Long Service Award of Taj Hotel that has handed over to him by Mr. Ratan Tata, Chairman of Tata Sons. He has participated in many overseas assignments, prominent among which are the Make in India initiative at the Hanover, Germany, the World Gourmet Summit 2005 held at Las Vegas, the World Gourmet Summit in Singapore, and cross-training in London and Paris under various Michelin chef stars. He is a brain behind working on the concept and presentations for the Dine Lufthansa Airlines Munich in Germany. On his appointment as executive chef at Taj Pamodzi at Lusaka in Zambia, Chef Nitin said, "I am delighted to join as an executive chef at Taj Pamodzi Lusaka in Zambia. I'm humbled to have this opportunity and look forward to the success of the team. It gives me a great platform to put my gastronomical skill to use and an opportunity to complement my cooking skills. I'm looking forward to bringing my experience such as incredible property and continuing to build upon this strong foundation, contributing to the next chapter by creating energizing experiences for each and every guest. I'm excited to take up this new challenge and work with the new team here to keep the magic going on in the kitchen. So, ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, please welcome Chef Nitin Minocha.
Thank you very much for the wonderful intro, Dimple.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the show, Chef Nitin Manocha. Mr. Nitin Manocha, good evening to you. Chef, are you able to be hearing me? Are you able to hear me?
Vaidyanathan, I can hear.
Okay, let me ask you a question. First, tell me about your current workplace, Zambia.
Yes. In fact, I would want to thank all those and Mr. Ananth for inviting me on the show. And it's a real pleasure to have me on the show, sir, so that I am able to contribute a little bit experiences of my journey with your viewers. And also, thank you very much for, in fact, sharing a lot of insights before we actually finalized on this show. And so you can actually just start conversing so that we may move a little ahead.
I know you won the All India Chef competition. What was the feeling? How was the feeling?
Served in the Tatas, that is the Taj, the Indian Hotel Company, for almost about 26 years now. And for me, I was
Okay.
positioned in Mumbai for the Mumbai main Taj, Taj Mahal Palace, for 20 years. And then, as you mentioned in your intro talk, I was there with Chef Mikas Malhotra under him for the pre-opening of Taj Santa Cruz. And for me, to be very honest, this posting was a boon in disguise because this posting has been very, very enriching in terms of a lot of learnings. And also, as Sai Baba says, once in person is what I have been learning during this journey in Zambia. It's a very beautiful country, south of Africa, and people are really, really, though in terms they have got limited resources, you need to be creating even gold in a desert. So I think it's just about, it taught me how to play with limited ingredients and yet create your own legacy in terms of gastronomic culture.
Well, that's nice, very nice. And I am very happy that I came to know you when you were in Taj Santa Cruz. And let me ask you, what was your experience when you were working with Taj Mahal Palace Hotel in Mumbai, which is a very famous hotel, which is a landmark for Mumbai?
So, actually, I was born in the Taj Mahal Palace as a very, very young chef after I graduated from IHM Mumbai. And uh, Taj Mahal, I always call as the Mecca of learning for me. I was positioned at the Zodiac Grill. That is a French restaurant, fine dine restaurant, first of its own kind in India, which was one of the best in Asia at that moment of time. And for me, it continued to nurture me and to make me into a fine French chef, and gave me a lot of to let travel around to train chefs across the world. There was Hemant Oberoi, and the journey was fantastic. After 10 years of working in Zodiac, I was actually uh, in the Golden Dragon, which is a Chinese cuisine. Because, as you're aware, I think Indians are the best of the versatile chefs. They're not just skilled in one, because I wanted to learn more cuisines And definitely, over the times and over the evolving years, I was able to expose myself to various other cuisines like Japanese and Middle Eastern and other cuisines, as and how the responsibilities kept on coming to me.
Wonderful. Zodiac Grill is a very renowned place, and I have frequented this place quite often. And we love your food, but I did not know that it is coming from your hands that time, actually. Anyhow, let me go to the next question. Tell me, chef, you would have been cooked so many dishes in your lifetime, and what is that one dish you like cooking quite often, and
With
you love
my
cooking it every now and then?
though now and the
There is an
yes,
internet problem there.
yes, yes. And in fact, as you rightly say, Zodiac has a very important role to play in the nurturing and building up of the foundation. Because if you know, the only documented cuisine at the moment in the world is French cuisine. All your basic mother sauces, all your jus and pan glazes and meat cookery. If you go to see the what we studied in college, primarily was on the basis of French cuisine. But yes, with the advent of social media now, you're learning other cuisines as well. So I still consider French as the mother cuisine for me.
Chef, your head is not being seeable. Can you just go a little back? Can you just go a little back? Ah, yes, fantastic, fantastic. That's nice. That's nice. What is your strength, chef? And how do you motivate your team? What is your strength and how
Yes.
do you motivate your team?
All that and you force on people. Discipline is something within, it's about attaining discipline. It's about attaining discipline with thorough understanding of your team, their expectations from you, your expectations of that from them. And yes, in the culinary field, in the hospitality field, you need to be disciplined. And the other day, like I was mentioning it to somebody, it's not the your skills or your good hard work. Yes, hard work plays a very important role in you being labeled as a good chef or a good hospitality personnel. But for me, your attitude and your punctuality comes first even before your skills. And that is what in the hospitality or before employing people.
Chef, your internet connection is very bad. I'm not able to hear you anything.
So, are you able to hear me?
I'm able to hear you, but your voice is going and coming, going and coming. It's not continuously flowing.
Yes.
No, chef, I'm not able to hear you at all. Sorry.
I think it's a technical glitch what we are facing. But if I'm able to hear you, I can answer you.
I'm able to hear you now. Please go ahead.
Your voice is breaking for me.
Mine is in a good service area. I think your link is having some problem. Can we take a commercial break now? You can within 2 minutes. Can you shift over to some other place where there is a good connectivity? Chef, we are not able to hear you, or rather, you are able to hear me, rather, either of the way. Sir, we will just have a commercial break now. You
Yeah.
can switch over to some other place where the network is proper. Is that okay?
Just give me a break.
I'm just giving you a break. Pradeep, let's have the commercial break and then bring in sir. Pradeep ji.
Okay. You give me a 1 minute break.
Okay. You may take 1 minute break. I will be speaking. You can take a 1 minute break. Pradeep ji. Well, there is some connectivity problem as he is coming from a different country together. It's in the middle of South Africa. That is how we are not able to hear him properly. But we will soon have him with a better connectivity, if I am right, because we are in a very good connectivity stage. But I do not know. During the trial which we had at 6:30, it was all okay. Something has happened due to rain or whatever. Are you able to hear me, Chef? Your voice is muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Some sound issue in Nitin's end. That is what somebody is saying. You are muted, Chef. Please unmute yourself. Unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Now it is clear. Can we go ahead with the show? Are you able to hear me now? Yes, Chef. There is some connectivity problem from there. Hence, I think this problem is happening. Never in our shows it has happened. This is the first ever time. And I think there also it is raining. Here also bad weather, but we are in a very good connectivity. But unfortunately, as he is sitting very far in Zambia, he is not able to get connected. For your information, guys, Lukasa, Zambia is the capital of Lukasa. And so Zambia is located somewhere in the mid of South Africa. And this gentleman who was a sous chef at Taj Santa Cruz was promoted by the group for his efficient work and talents. And he is mainly a a very great chef in all the cuisines wherever he has put his hand into. And his specialist is in Reiki cuisine also, which he is fond of cooking and which he really likes from his heart of cooking it. This gentleman also was hurt in the 26/11 attacks. More I have to speak from him, but unfortunately there is a connectivity problem. Yes, welcome, Nitinji. Are you able to hear me?
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yes, absolutely fine. This should be good going. Now tell me about your school days, college days. How was it? How did you like it? How many siblings were you? Your family? Everything about your personal things, which the viewers will want to know.
Okay, if I'm able to hear you faintly, one of your questions, how am I liking it in Zambia and what is a post coming here? Uh, uh, am I audible to you, sir? I'm sorry for this.
Yes. Please go ahead.
Okay, so primarily, if I understand correctly, your question is all about what are my learnings in Zambia at the moment?
Yes.
So, sir, Zambia has primarily taught me as a chef that you need to be how a leader needs to be working and should be able to churn out what I say or what I say the results even when you don't have resources. You should be able to consolidate whatever you have in your hand and then convert them into deliverables depending on the geography of the world you're working in. Now, I come from primarily a hotel, and wherever I've traveled, where I had access to the best of the seafood and I had access to the best of the okay, with the people who could make the best of the things. But definitely, when you're in Zambia, it teaches you another thing, that yes, you are restricted with the ingredients and you're restricted with the skill sets. But then, how to make gold of whatever you have? So that calls for understanding your team. What are their skill sets? How can you put them and pack them into good, menus and dishes, and how you are able to give deliver and lead revenue back to you. So you should be able to produce something which is sellable. So for that, the identification of your skill set is very important in postings like these. And definitely you should be able to be innovative as well, because the resources which you encounter, you need to create something really innovative in the areas, because cost is definitely a very big issue in these sort of postings abroad. Cost is an issue So primarily, it become a composed person, and then unlike India, where everything is given to you order, I think uh, it's much more a different game to be here in foreign postings, or I would say being an expat in Zambia, you have got different pressures at work. You could be working in unionized, and you could be working in a different, a more people centric environment. I would say a more people sensitive environment. So it gave me a lot of chance to be much more calmer and composed in when I came to Zambia. And definitely, you should be a learner. You should be very strong enough to go outside in the market and explore your competition, because it's do or die. So I think that is what Zambia taught me. And yes, when my family came here in Zambia, they had a very good time. As I told you before, Zambia is full of wildlife. It's got a lot of attractive places of attraction, and it's got a total different gentry altogether, as what we call guests. You know, it's we have simple guests out here, and definitely. It's Zambia is all about skills as a leader, whether it's in terms of your own strength cooking, or if it's in terms of your human resource skills, or if it's in terms of interpersonal skills, or if it's in terms of financial skills. Now, financial skills play a very, very important role when you're posted in a foreign expat posting, because it's just the dollar variance which happens every day and decides on your costs. So you need to be very, very careful on that element.
Well, tell me about your school days, college days, your siblings, your family time. How much do you like your Zambia now, and how was it? How was been the life?
So, Doctor, primarily, as I told you, I'm a soldier. My dad is an ex-war veteran, retired colonel, at 99 today. Is an ex-Burma war veteran, and my
Oh,
brother is serving in the Indian Army as a colonel. He had two Kargil tenures, and uh, so this I studied at the Army Public School, New Delhi, Dholakua. So primarily, I would say I'm a true soldier at heart, and that is what has been my strategy throughout in terms of my very, very simple living, I would say. And so brother is serving in the army, and I'm the only one in the family who is in whites. You can see my whites. I had fallen in love with them. So in '92, I would say, and then from '95 onwards, I have been in these whites. And in terms of my family, I have my wife and my daughter Saina. And my wife is with Tata Capital. She's a senior for Tata Capital. And my daughter is studying Saina. She's studying in 10th standard at the moment. And they are in Mumbai. They are positioned in Mumbai because I did not want to change their base. Yes.
wow. I was heard that you were injured during the 26/11 attacks. What has life changed about, and how has it changed your outlook?
You're mentioning about the hand injury. Okay, so just to put it in very short words, I had an injury during 2011, and I was just lucky enough to be on my hand. But with all thanks to the Tata Group and Mr. Ratan Tata himself, and the great IHCL under whose umbrella I have been working, I was taken full care of. And this small injury, though it was a small bullet injury, it changed my whole perspective in life. I was very, very ambitious. I had a willingness to be, topping always in whatever I pursued. But then this small little bullet which kissed my hand, primarily it changed my whole perspective. It gave me it taught me the principles of gratitude, it taught me the principles of and humbleness. And since 2008, I look back, as far as these values are concerned, when I deal with my staff or when I deal in my general life with people around me. In fact, it was 2008. I had come back from the Culinary Olympics, and I had topped my college in catering college as well. I was really into academics, but later on, and I was a perfectionist. So I paid the price of it in terms of my family life, in terms of my time which I spent, and definitely on my health as well. So I think a very beautiful gem of learning which I would want to share. And you dare to dream big, but at the same time, have a well balanced work life, and you've got a short life to live, and it should be spent in, of course, achieving your dreams and goals, but also with your loved ones, near ones, friends, and just live your life. It should be in gratitude always. It should be in gratitude, and uh, uh, it's the expression of humbleness and humility should be inbuilt in you. So I think this is what my learnings were from that injury.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Now tell me something interesting, Chef, about the trade what we are in. How can you get the food cost reduced and still maintain the dish with so much of competence?
Okay, so if I'm able to hear you clearly, it's about controlling cost in these times.
That's right. That's right. And still maintaining the fragrance of the dish.
So standards and quality and product is always a guru mantra. Basically, which now today, if you see, you are seeing yourself under a pan, right? So definitely, your all the learnings of what you have learned in the past. It's basically a war-like situation where you have to show and you have to integrate all your learnings and put them forward to fight this out. So during this, there's a lot of scare. I don't think so. Cost by the moment definitely expect the, but you need to understand what can, that's the end result of this hospitality industry is only based upon the cash invoice what you will receive.
I'm extremely sorry, Chair. Poor connectivity. Nobody is able to hear anything properly, actually. Pradeep, can you change your place to some other place so we can make one more attempt? In the meantime, let me have the commercial break. You have lost the complete connectivity, Chef Nitin Manucha. Bad show. Chef Mr. Nitin, can you switch over to some other place? We will take a commercial break. In 2 minutes break it is. After that, you can come in a better place. Pradeep ji. was Selavi, who were the who was powered the show for Mr. Nitin Minocha. But unfortunately, there were some connectivity problems. I think Mr. Nitin Minocha still is in offline. He hasn't come back into the show. I do not know when we did the trials, it was all fine. I don't know what happened after that. Mr. Nitin Manocha, are you going to be on the line? Are you there? Pradeep ji hai, Nitin ji hai, Pradeep Gadani. Mr. Pradeep Jodani. Well, this episode I think has fallen flat because of the poor. I think he's coming on the show. Yes, let me see. Yes, Jeff, welcome back to the show. Are you able to hear me?
Thank you.
Okay,
Yes, clearly.
fantastic. Now tell me about your things of. You are also lovingly called as a Reiki chef. Can you please elaborate on that?
Okay, sir. First of all, I apologize on this connection problem, I guess, but everything happens for some good. That basically entitles me for coming to your show again and
Yeah.
resharing the. But definitely, as you asked me, I'm referred to as a Reiki chef. Yes, I'm primarily a Reiki teacher. Uh, since perhaps from 2000 and perhaps from 98 onwards, my teacher is still living. He's at the age of 98. His name is Martin Nazareth, and Reiki is primarily about universal uh, healing energy, life force. Whether you Hindus call it the prana or the Christians call it the Holy Spirit. So it's just primarily something which resides in you and has the capability of healing yourself, not only on a physical level but on a mental level and on a subconscious level as well. So it's just about healing. And so I had these wonderful experiences in me being a chef. When you cook beautifully with your hands, where Reiki is flowing, and when you give Reiki to your guests and when you give Reiki to your events, what you do, they just turn out to be fantabulous. So that's my way of thinking. But as I always believe, and I don't believe in the concept of religion. Yes, I'm a Hindu by religion. I pray my deities, and I believe I'm a pious Hindu. But I also read my Bible because I think the Trinity in the Bible, or the Trinity in the Hinduism, it's very simple formula. So as a chef, I mean, to put in simple words, in my at a worldly level, it's blood color red, one sun, one moon, and your body morphology is same for all. So I think I'm very clear on that. And Reiki had a very important role to play in my recovery, wherein my hand was almost finished, and that was the hand I used to use for cooking. So it's just
Oh,
my love and affection for this beautiful thing called as Reiki. And for me, it's just about everything in one. So that's why I used to assist a lot of people with Reiki healings, and I still, my teacher is 98 at the moment. He's a Catholic, and that was one of the beautiful things I learned during this journey of my very little small.
wonderful. What are the specialty dishes you have in Reiki? Is there anything special that is being made for a Reiki item which has a connectivity to Reiki?
No, no, sir. I think I should restrict myself in these talks because, in terms of, that's a very personal thing of
Okay.
mine as a teacher, which I experienced in Reiki. If you ask me to share my
I
experience,
respect that. I respect that. You can hold it for yourself. I respect
basically
that. That's right.
you are basically a healer. You give assistance to people. You can give healing to your past and present and the future. Yes. So it's one of the very beautiful forms of energy what God has given us. For example, you've heard Tai Chi, you've heard Reiki. So they're all the same. Primarily, I think at the end of it, I would just want to tell whomsoever is watching me at the moment, it's nothing related to my profession. But I think whatever you want, don't even if you want to pray, it should be done with a bhav or an attitude which should emanate from the center of your stomach, from that part. So you've got these seven chakras in the front and seven chakras in the back. So I was taught that whenever you recite or read or pray to God, it should come each and every of your prayer should, there should be a resonance that pray to God for. So I think whether it's Reiki or it's just praying in a temple or a church or for any religion, when you pray with folded hands and pray with a bhav. It should not just be a rhetoric. It should not be just a mere uh, exercise or homework you're doing towards God that you have to do it.
What does fitness mean to you and how strictly you follow your fitness regime?
Oh well, that's a little different question for me. Uh, that's a difficult question for me at the moment because I am not a very. I try to I try to do it, but being as a chef, definitely you are prone to like if I were to tell you my story, etc., all the types of meats. To be honest, so when you ask me about my fitness, yes, Reiki, Kapalbhati, and uh, the pranayams, little with forcing of my father-in-law, I do, yes, but definitely uh, as a chef and a message to all the people in the hospitality industry, health is wealth. So till the time you have your body and till the time you have your health, you have the world around you. And if you don't have that gem of life, there's nothing around you what you can see, what you can feel, and what you can perceive as what you call as the worldly pleasures. So I think, though I'm not that fat as a chef, definitely but definitely I need to work out more. But I think acupressure is something which I do every day. I would say acupressure, Reiki, I do every day. But to reduce fat, there's only one exercise for hospitality professionals, and that is walking and to avoid junk eating because you never know and you don't know actually how much you consume every day when you're at the front of your workplace. I mean, it is not about just the chefs, it's about everybody. It's about the front office associates, it's about the sales associates, right from the top to the down down. Hospitality industry, it's basic. Junk eating is typically, and say today junk eating is primarily taking over, and you need to be a little bit more conscious, and you need to be a little bit more. I think when you get up in the morning, you should just be thanking God that you were able to get up.
Well, only things where you speak so very well, but because of the network issues, we are not able to hear you properly. That is the only issue I have now. There's so much of knowledge within you which we wanted to know from you, but unfortunately, the
No
network is
worries,
not
sir.
allowing us.
I will.
Oh, you're gone now. Once again, your network is gone. We will have to call you for one other show when they are full of network
No,
or
I'm there,
whenever
sir.
you are.
I can hear you.
You are able to hear me, but I am not able to hear you. Once in a while, the voice comes and then it goes up.
Okay.
Let me ask
Okay.
one
Can you
more
hear me
question to
now?
you. Yeah, I'm able to hear you now. Now, as I asked you in the first question itself, which you are not able to hear, so I repeat the question. What is the dish you like the most to cook many times as you can?
I've lost you again.
Pradeep ji, are you on the studios? Pradeep ji,
So I think I have strong connections. So
Pradeep ji, are you there?
जी सर जी
जी वो कनेक्टिविटी कुछ नहीं हो रही है तो let us call Dimple Madani and give a word of thanks and let us call him for some other show because there is nothing we hear about here. So Dimple is also there. Dimple, we could not hear him properly today. He was such a nice gentleman who was giving us so much of nice messages, but unfortunately the connectivity could not happen. We will definitely call him for the show sometime later. In the meantime, can you propose a vote of thanks?
Yes, definitely, sir. Sure. As we draw close to the 13th episode of the Hospitality Show, I would like to thank Mr. Pradeep Jodhani, the technical head of the show, Dr. Ananth Vaidyanathan, the creator and visionary for this wonderful event, Chef Nitin Manocha, our honorable chief guest, for making this show super successful. Last but not the least, I would like to thank our online viewers who have contributed equally by being a part of this event, of this show. So, ladies and gentlemen, till our next episode, signing off from the show, Dimple Madhani. Good night and Shubhratri.
Thank you, Dimple.
Thank you, sir.
Online viewers, we are extremely sorry for today's show, which was due to poor connectivity with the chief guest, with the total connectivity in Zambia, where our chief guest for the evening was there. He had so many messages to tell, and whatever he conveyed was also very well heard about. But unfortunately, the service providers there, I think, is not up to the mark as in India. That's why I say I love my India, and I'm glad to be an Indian. Anyhow, I wish we all call him once again where there is a good connectivity or when he is in India. With this, I would like to draw this show to the close, and I would take this opportunity to thank the who powered the show, Selavi Bandra, and we also, this is our next episode, which is on the 27th of July, where we have Mr. Vishal Kamath, the CEO of Orchid and Kamath Group of Hotels, Mumbai. A very renowned hotel, a very renowned gentleman, a very good friend of mine. Let us see you next week. This pandemic time, help people's, help feed the hunger, help at least one so that everybody gets food. That should be the logic. We are all having our homes to stay, but there are people who are not having food to eat. Let's feed one, then let's feed, one will feed 10, 10 will feed 100. Let's take this opportunity to make sure that no one in this Mumbai or nobody in this world goes hungry when they are going at the last of the bed. Take care of yourselves. Shabba care. Love you all. Thank you so much.